On a quiet morning, when the sky was still soft and pale, Emma woke up earlier than usual. She lay in her bed for a moment and listened to the gentle sound of birds singing outside her window. The air felt cool, and everything around her was calm. Today was an important day for Emma because it was her first day at a new job. She felt excited, but deep inside, she was also a little nervous. Starting something new is never easy, but Emma reminded herself that every new beginning brings new opportunities. Emma slowly got out of bed and walked to the kitchen. She prepared a simple breakfast: warm toast, a fried egg, and a cup of tea. As she sat at the small wooden table, she looked around her apartment. It was not big or fancy, but it was clean and comfortable. Sunlight began to enter through the window, painting golden lines on the floor. Emma took a deep breath and smiled. "Today will be a good day," she whispered to herself. After getting ready, Emma chose a light blue shirt and black pants. She wanted to look professional but still feel relaxed. Before leaving, she checked her bag carefully: phone, wallet, keys, and a small notebook. Emma liked writing her thoughts, and the notebook always made her feel organized. When everything was ready, she stepped outside and locked the door behind her. The street was already alive with morning energy. People were walking quickly, some holding coffee cups, others talking on their phones. A bus passed by, and Emma could hear the distant sound of traffic. She decided to walk to the subway station. As she walked, she noticed a small bakery on the corner. The smell of fresh bread filled the air, warm and welcoming. For a moment, she thought about buying something sweet, but she looked at her watch and realized she did not have much time. Maybe tomorrow, she thought with a small laugh. When Emma entered the subway, she saw many unfamiliar faces. She wondered what their stories were. Were they also starting new jobs? Were they excited or worried like her? The train arrived with a loud rushing sound, and she stepped inside. She found a seat near the window and watched the dark tunnel pass by as the train moved forward. Her heart beat a little faster with every station. Finally, she reached her stop. The building where she would work was tall, with shining glass windows that reflected the morning sky. Emma paused for a second outside the entrance. She took a deep breath again, straightened her shoulders, and walked in with quiet confidence. Inside, the lobby was bright and modern. A receptionist greeted her with a friendly smile. "Good morning, how can I help you?" Emma introduced herself, and the receptionist gave her a visitor badge and showed her where to go. The elevator ride felt longer than it really was. Emma watched the numbers slowly rise and tried to calm her thoughts. When the elevator doors opened, a cheerful woman walked toward her. "You must be Emma. Welcome. I'm Sarah, your manager." Sarah's warm voice immediately made Emma feel more comfortable. They walked together through the office where people were typing, discussing projects, and occasionally laughing. The atmosphere felt busy but positive. Sarah showed Emma her desk. It was near a large window, and from there she could see trees moving gently in the wind. "If you need anything, just ask," Sarah said kindly. Emma thanked her and sat down. For a moment, she simply looked around, taking everything in. This was real. She was here. A new chapter of her life had begun. Soon a few co-workers came to introduce themselves. One brought her a cup of coffee, while another helped her log into her computer. Their kindness surprised her and slowly melted her nervousness. Emma realized that sometimes our fears are much bigger in our minds than in reality. As the morning passed, Emma learned small things: where the meeting rooms were, how the system worked, and even the best place nearby to buy lunch. She made a tiny mistake while sending her first email, and her face turned red with embarrassment. But Sarah smiled and said, "Don't worry, mistakes mean you are learning." Those words stayed with Emma, and she felt her confidence grow. At lunchtime, Emma decided to walk outside. The sun was higher now, and the city looked brighter than before. She found a quiet bench in a nearby park and sat down. A gentle breeze touched her face, and she closed her eyes for a moment. She thought about the morning, the fear, the excitement, the new faces, and she felt proud of herself. Starting something new requires courage, and today she had been brave. Emma understood an important truth at that moment. Life is full of first days. A first day at school, a first job, a first conversation with someone who may become a close friend. These moments can feel uncomfortable, but they help us grow stronger. When she returned to the office, she walked with more confidence than before. Her steps were steady and her smile came naturally. The place that felt strange in the morning was already beginning to feel familiar. As the day ended and Emma prepared to go home, Sarah stopped by her desk and said, "You did great today." Those simple words filled Emma with happiness. On her way back, she passed the same bakery again. This time, she went inside and bought a small chocolate pastry. She decided it was a reward for her courage. That evening, Emma sat by her window with a cup of tea, watching the sky slowly change colors as the sun disappeared. She thought about how nervous she had been just a few hours earlier, and she smiled at the memory. Often, the things we worry about never happen the way we imagine. Before going to bed, Emma wrote in her notebook, "Today was my first step into something new. I was afraid, but I moved forward anyway, and that is what matters. Remember, every expert was once a beginner. Every confident person once felt unsure. Growth does not come from staying comfortable. It comes from trying, learning, and continuing even when your heart beats fast. So whenever you face a new beginning, take a deep breath and move forward with courage, just like Emma did. Because one small step today can open the door to a brighter tomorrow."